It was the perfect summer day. The sun was beating down on the ocean around us. A slight breeze brushed away some of the heat. The water was calm and crystal clear. Young men and women danced to the beat of the music on the lower deck. Food trays, stacked with all kinds of delicacies, were arranged around both decks. I used to think that yacht was the best purchase I've ever made. I saw another boat in the distance behind us, but didn't think too much about it. My attention was fixed on a beautiful girl wearing a white sundress. She wasn't dancing like the rest of the people. She sat there drinking some sort of cocktail and glared over in my direction every now and again. I knew most of the people at the party, but I didn't think that I have ever seen her before. I realized that the boat was getting closer to ours rather quickly. I went down to join the party. Halfway down the stairs, I saw that jet skis were nearing our yacht. There were 4 of them, and each jet ski had 2 people on them. I was so confused. I thought someone arranged this as a surprise. The next moment, they were right behind us. The people on my yacht cheered and waved at them. They hooked something onto my yacht and got on the boat. As I got to the second deck, they all pulled out pistols, and one of them fired a shot into the air. Some of the women shouted out of fear. "On the floor!" one of the men exclaimed. My guests and I all dropped. The captain came out of his cabin and another shot rang out. The captain's shirt turned from white to crimson and his eyes stretched wide as he slowly collapsed. They started tying all of our hands behind our backs. "Who is the owner of this boat?" one of them asked. Some of my friends pointed towards me. The guy came over and pulled me to my feet. He forced me to give them valuables that were hidden around the ship. Some of them gathered all the valuables in bags and took them back to their boat. As it started to turn dark, they forced some of the girls onto the jet skis. I couldn't believe what was happening. I didn't know that pirates were still a thing. I was alone with their leader, going through all the cabins as he dragged me around. He was a mountain of a man. We entered the kitchen, and as he looked through the cabinets, I took a knife behind my back and started to cut the rope around my wrists. I had to cut myself loose before he started dragging me again. When he came back to me, I had just cut through the last bit of rope. I quickly forced the knife into his chest. He tried to grab his pistol from his waist, but his movement was clumsy and blood gushed from his mouth. He fell to the ground, grunting. I rolled him over onto his side and took the pistol from him. His eyes kept following mine as I moved his body. I walked out to the top deck and crouched behind the small rail overlooking the lower deck and the rest of the hostages. I peeked over to get a glimpse of how many pirates there were. It only looked like 4. I aimed for the one closest to me. A shot went out and dropped him instantly. They started shooting back at me. Shots rang above my head. I could hear the cracking of wood in front and behind me. What was I thinking? I changed my position and quickly popped up to shoot another shot. I took quick aim and shot a few shots at another one of them. As I changed positions once again, I heard someone screaming and the shots stopped. As I came up to take more shots, someone grabbed me by the shoulder and turned me around. It was their leader. I felt something sink into my abdomen. I tried to push away his hand, but I struggled. A shot went up into the air and he collapsed. Again. The knife fell out as my knees hit the floor. 2 of my friends managed to take weapons from the fallen that I killed and came to my rescue after killing the remaining 2 pirates. One of my friends went inside to call the police, and within 10 minutes helicopters and patrol boats were all around. They managed to save the girls that were taken back to the other boat. Apparently the pirates were traffickers and we were an easy target. While getting ready to be taken to hospital, the girl with the white sundress came to thank me for my bravery. I took her phone number and promised to call her after I was released out of hospital. Thanks a bunch for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. For more stories like this, check out this video.